Hi friends, my name is Caitlin. I am a full-time reseller on eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark. And welcome to my channel. So today, I don't know why I'm talking like this. This is not how I actually talk. This is how I talk. Okay. Zoom in a little here. You don't need to see all that nonsense. Today, we are going through 2 bags of jewelry that I got from the thrift store Red, White, and Blue. They were $15 a piece. Definitely costume jewelry. Now I have done pretty well with these bags in the past. I have found name brands like Givenchy and things like that. Some things slip by them occasionally. I also, and actually the last bag that I got, I found a strand of natural pearls with a 14 karat gold clasp. So, you know, like I said, they don't catch everything, so we're bound to find something good in here, and let's get into it. I'm going to start with, let's see, which one do I want to start with? I'm going to start with the one on the left because I kind of see a few, man down. I see some of the same things in there, kind of repeated, so let's get this one done. Now, if this video ends up being a little bit too long, I might split it into 2. We'll see what happens, but I'll try to get through it quick so that I can do it all at once. Sorry, this is... Okay. I like triple bagged it, which thank you, but also annoying. All right, so we got a shell necklace. You know, to be honest with you, I thought about it today. I don't know where Red, White, and Blue gets their items from. I don't know if they're donations. I can't think if there's a donation drop off there. Anyway, but every time I get a bag of necklaces from them, I get at least one of these. So this will probably go into a oh, I need to explain how I separate things. So I sell on eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark. So I separate my jewelry into an online section. And then I do craft jewelry bags, which is about half and half mix of actual craft jewelry like broken, missing stones, things like that, and also completely wearable jewelry, a lot of times more modern, some vintage, but usually it's a little bit more modern. And then I also have a vintage booth where I sell individual jewelry pieces as well as jewelry jars, and my booth jewelry jars are all wearable, vintage and or branded pieces of jewelry, and so there will never be any craft in my booth jewelry jars. And there's really no rhyme or reason to what I decide to sell individually and what I decide to put in a jewelry jar. It's really just kind of like I feel like this might sell better on its own than something else. I don't, it's just like I said, like a gut feeling. So to my side, I will be separating these pieces into whether or not I'll put them in a craft lot. Sorry, my notifications on my phone are blowing up. I need to turn those off. Craft lot, online, booth. So this necklace, I think I will put in like a craft lot. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if I've ever actually even looked these up to see if they're valuable, but I just kind of, shell jewelry just doesn't, how do I say this? It doesn't spark a ton of joy in me. Is that the nice way of saying it? All right, pulling out the next piece, and we've got a tangle already. Some of this is looking almost paparazzi-y, like, you know. All right, this is a pretty necklace. Can y'all even see me clear? Why does it look hazy? Oh, look at that. Sorry about that. So that's pretty. Again, that'll probably go into a craft lot. Probably not something that's gonna sell for $3 to $5 in my booth. Oops. On its own, just with everything else that I have in it already priced around that price range. This is pretty, but I don't know what is going on with it. Oh, there we go. It's tangled. I was like, does it have spikes? So it's a very long chain with some acrylic beads. So that's cute. That'll go in craft. Don't mind me, just untangling. Okay, so this is just an acrylic beaded, like, rosary. Gotta move this out of the way. My camera is not focusing properly. So there we go. So I actually have a lot of these that I was going to take to a local church-run thrift store. So I will put that in with those. Okay, this is what I'm dealing with right now. Uh-oh, looks like we have string. Yes, this is definitely, oh, I have you guys tilted too high. That's the problem. That's the problem. Here we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is definitely broken. So this is going to go into craft. And earring, I'll set that aside. I don't think they meant to put that in here. Usually the way that this thrift store separates their jewelry is by like the type. So it's either gonna be bracelets, necklaces, or earrings. Usually not a mix. That's cute. I don't really understand its purpose. Maybe to hold like a work badge or something. Okay. Probably go on a craft lot. This has like a booth price tag on it. $48, okay. Does look like it might be sterling. This looks like kind of like, what is the word I'm looking for? Baroque pearl. Some AB crystal. Definitely a replaced clasp because it doesn't match the rest. You can see the tarnish on the metal here versus the clasp. So let's see. Brought my magnet over. Oh, it's magnetic, so it's not sterling. That's very odd that they would have $48 on that. Huh. It's very cute, very dainty. I think I could get probably a few bucks for this in my booth. So I will go ahead and put that into my booth box, whatever. You know what I meant. Okay. Got a little bit of a tangle going on here and get this out of the way. But you can see it's a multi-strand seed bead, and I think it's all acrylic beaded necklace. So that's pretty. I still think that is going to be craft. Usually things that are all acrylic I'll put in craft. There's one of these. Really don't love the feel of these beads, but they're at least not the rubber ones. I do not like those at all. These are supposed to be like shell looking, but they're not. Just acrylic. So that'll go into craft. Oh, this is definitely an acrylic beaded rosary, but it's definitely pretty. Again, I have I have some of like the kids' rosaries, and then I have a lot of regular rosaries that I've put aside, so kind of undetermined what I'm doing with those yet, but we'll set them aside. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump into ya. Okay. I have these braided seed beads. And I actually have, let's see if I can do this without any. There we go. 2. These are a little different, but same. 3. Let's see if we can. I like these two because they kind of look like coral and turquoise vibes. But these beads up here are acrylic, so I'm guessing these are too. So I'll probably actually put these on. I'm gonna have to think about it, but I might put these online as a lot. If somebody likes to style a necklace and they want different ones to choose from, different colors, that might be good for them. So I'm probably gonna put that in the online section for right now, and we'll see how I feel when I go to list it. All right, come on now. So these are just like eyeglass holders, but like really inexpensive material that I think would be very uncomfortable to have around my neck. So I might just put these in a donate pile, because I'm sure people can use them. I just wouldn't want to charge money for them. All right. I love going through jewelry bags. It's so fun. You never know what you're gonna get. Hey, and sometimes you don't get really anything, and that's okay. It's really about the hunt. Okay, so there's this necklace that's attached to that necklace, and this is like it's like a little acrylic prism inside of that metal cage. Very long chain. So that's gonna go in crafts. Somebody will like that for sure. And then we've got this like rose gold chain, kind of like a geometric pendant going on there. Put that in craft. Okay, this is, I'm dying to see what this is. Oh, there's several of them. These hammered metal necklaces. There's one. See, this is the one that I said there look like there's some repeat items, and I was right. 2. 3. That's not one. Okay, might be just 3 then. So those aren't too bad. What I will probably do is put one in my booth for a few dollars. That's a fun look. It's like brutalist, it's modernist, it's hammered, it's nice. So I'll probably do one in my booth, and then I will put the other 2 into craft lots. See, these kind of big things too, I don't like to put a ton of them in craft lots because I don't want, you know, like one necklace taking up so much room and so much weight. My craft lots are in 2-gallon, what's the word, Ziploc bags. And so I fill them until they're full, but if it's a lot of necklaces like that, then they're not really getting that much, and I don't think that's nice. I want people to get their money's worth, so. All right, here's a pretty necklace. So these are large acrylic, like marble looking orbs. with a wood chain. And there was a brand on here, but I'm not familiar with it. Is that upside down? $5X. Anybody familiar? So yeah, I guess I'll have to look into that one and see if it's worth listing online. The way that I determine that really is like, if it's worth, you know, maybe $15 or more, something like that, around that range. I don't really have like a hard cutoff, and it kind of depends on what it is and how quickly it might sell. So if it's worth $15, but it might take a few years to sell, I might be more likely to put it in my booth or in a craft lot. And then if it's, you know, worth 12, but it'll sell pretty quickly, then I might put it online. So there's, you know, some gray area for sure, but this is very pretty. It's a kind of metal framed shell, or trim, metal trim maybe. No branding or anything, but pretty. So that will probably go in craft. Oh, we have another one of these. Nope, this one. Okay. Wow. I just pulled a string off of this one, so that one's gonna go into craft because I don't know how much longer that's gonna stay together. All right. Oh, here's another one of these too. Oh, no, that's different. Just kidding. JK, LOL. This is cute. This is very like Wednesday core. If you watch the series on Netflix, Wednesday. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. It's a choker. Very goth. Very like elegant looking. Super cute. I'm gonna put that in craft. We've got a tangle going on over here. Okay, this is new with tags Loft. It was originally $19.99. That's pretty, kind of mixed materials. I'll put that in my online pile and then go from there. See if it's worth listing online. Otherwise, I'll probably put that in my booth. Somebody might like to have new tags, especially with Christmas coming up. You know, gifts and things like that. Oh my goodness, we got a tangle. We got a big old tangle. All right, I'm gonna put that aside and we'll come back to it. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bump you again. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. So this is a 3-strand faux pearl, acrylic pearl necklace. Pretty. It's kind of weird how it's banded on one side and not the other, but oh, maybe it's supposed to be like that, asymmetrical. Oh yeah, that makes sense because it's not. Yep, okay. Anyway, that's gonna go in craft. Very pretty. Oh, this is acrylic. What am I looking at here? Is that how it goes? Why doesn't that feel right? Oh, there we go. It's acrylic and like a metal chain. It's fun. That'll go in craft. And we have another one of the seashell necklaces. I almost said seahorse. That's not what it is at all. But it is severely tangled into something else right now, so mess with that in a minute. This is pretty. Oh, New York and Company. So this might either go on eBay. Oh, let's see. Is that damaged? Yep, that's damaged. So that's gonna go in craft. So that bead right there, it's just like chipping a little bit. So that'll go in craft. right, then we have a bunch of these, like acrylic and, oh, that's acrylic too, like chunky chains. So we have that one. I've never actually seen anybody wearing these, so I don't know if they're popular anymore. But I'll probably put these in a craft lot. You know, some people have different avenues of selling things than I do. And this may be perfect for somebody else's resale business. And I mean, I do tend to like to stick to more vintage or what's the word I'm looking for? Like artist made or designer made, I guess. Jewelry, I guess, of course, everybody would, right? If you had the choice. But that's what I like to stick to on eBay, so it's not that these things aren't worth listing on eBay necessarily. It's just trying to kind of stick to what, you know, what I'm going for. I can't think and untangle at the same time. There's another one. There's another one. And we have another one of these. Oops. Oh, the clasp was broken on this seed feed. So that's gonna go in craft. And I think that's it for the, oh, no, one more of these. Yep, so those will all go in craft. Or I may donate them. We'll see. Okay, back to the bag. We have another one of these, multi-strand faux pearl. What did I do with that one? I put it in craft, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh, another one of these. You know what I think? I think this is paparazzi. I think it might be. That's why we're getting kind of duplicates. They have cute stuff. Just unfortunately it doesn't have the greatest resale value. It's because it doesn't sell for much to begin with. It's very affordable, which is nice for people who really like to wear jewelry but can't afford to pay ridiculous prices. Because, you know, even Kohl's, it's hard to find something kind of, you know, inexpensive. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get this necklace untangled for you guys. Okay, here we go. So this, can you see? Yes, okay. That's not damaged. That's, well, that might be. But these are just, no, I don't think so. I think it's just how these look. I think they're seeds. Maybe. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. It definitely has like a vintage clasp. You can kind of tell by the way that the string is on there that it's older. So that's very pretty. So this might be something that if I don't put it online, I may put, see, I'm trying to decide if this is damaged or not. I think some of it might be there because it's definitely painted. I'll have to determine whether or not that's damaged. And then I'll decide if I'm going to put it online or if not, it will go in my booth. If it's not damaged, if it is damaged, then it'll go in craft. Here's another one of those hammered metal type necklaces. I'll go in craft. This necklace is very interesting because when I first picked it up, and of course now I have it tangled around something else. How did I cause it to be tangled? Okay. When I first picked it up, I was expecting it to be light because they look like acrylic beads, and I think that they are based on the seams, but it's heavier than you would think. There's a mark on there. Oh, I know that brand. Daisy, right? I think so. So that will probably go in a jewelry jar because that's branded. I doubt it's gonna be valuable enough to sell on its own online. And it's kind of just like a little bit too simple, I think, to sell alone in the booth. So I think that will go in my booth box and end up in a cool jewelry jar. All right. It's like a rhinestone hoop with hoops and a chain. And I think I'm holding it wrong. Oh no, that's right. Okay, it's like asymmetrical. Why can't I wrap my brain around asymmetrical today? That's pretty. So that's gonna go in craft. This is pretty. I'm really surprised there's no brand tag on that. I wonder if that is paparazzi or if it's something else. But it's all like these drusies. And that's acrylic stone. So it's like 3-strand. If it had been glass stone instead of acrylic, that would have definitely gone in my booth. But since it's acrylic, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a craft lot. Not that there's anything wrong with acrylic, especially if you have metal allergies and things like that. Acrylic is definitely better. It's a matter of what I know sells in my booth. Okay, this is just a chain necklace, a chain of chains. It's pretty, multicolor. That's nice. Again, it's a little bit too plain to sell individually in my booth. It's not branded, so I don't want to put it in a jewelry jar because I don't think it's vintage either. So yeah, that'll go in craft. This is cute. It's a little pendant necklace. Beads that say love. A rondelle. Faux pearl. Is there a clasp on here? No. Okay. Well, it's definitely pretty. I think that's also gonna go in craft, although it does, I mean, it has substantial weight to it. I think it's too plain to go in my booth. It's not too plain to go in there. It's too plain to sell in there. This is pretty. Faceted. Unfortunately, there's a lot of wear on them, but yeah, look at that. So that'll be craft. Okay, now we're back to the tangle. Oh, magically not tangled anymore. This is pretty. It's a moon and a little ladybug. Acrylic. That's gonna go in craft. If there's anything that you're interested in that I'm not putting online and you want to message me, you know, this video is probably going to come out a few weeks after I film it, but I have I don't want to say a backlog, but I have back stock of jewelry for my booth and craft lots, so they won't be going anywhere immediately. So if you just want to reach out and say, hey, I kind of like that, would you sell it to me? I definitely will, as long as I have it, which I should. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in front of you so you can see what I'm doing. This is what's left. Got this pretty heart and rhinestone pendant necklace, gold tone. Got this with the black beads. It's a really good idea when you're trying to untangle to undo clasps, because if you can undo the clasps, you can usually just pull it right through, as long as it's not too big of a knot, which this one is not. Knot. Okay. So there's that one. My fingers don't want to work. That's pretty, dainty. Just acrylic beads and some wear. Guys, my fingernails are dirty. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to look at that. I was thrifting all day. That's my excuse. Touching other people's dirty things. I did wash my hands. I just didn't scrub my nails. Okay. That's pretty. It's gonna go in craft. Here's the other seashell necklace I was talking about. And we're just all attached still. So those are both gonna go in craft. And then this one is Avon. Breast Cancer Awareness Sandal. Oh, I got jewelry acid on my hand, so sorry about that. That's what's on my thumb as well. If you've seen my other videos, you know, I explained it so that you didn't think I was some disgusting troll with fungus fingernails. Ew. So Avon I will put aside. I will either list it individually or I have a lot kind of going of vintage Avon jewelry, vintage and more recent, but you know, they're out of business. So, so I have a lot of that I have going to see if I can sell it as a lot. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, so a couple things set aside to look up. And mostly craft. That's what I figured. Sometimes with these bags, it is mostly craft. It's usually just a few pieces here and there that kind of get you, you know, over that line. But again, even $15, if I sell a two gallon bag for $80, math, I don't know how many gallons, or I don't know how much of a 2 gallon bag these would fill, but it's a significant amount, so. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, I'm already seeing some of the same stuff. Okay, that's okay. This is what we do it for. You just never know. You never know. Wow, that is unruly. Okay, I'm gonna put that with the other ones. Oh, that's okay. What on earth? What am I? What does that say? Made in Taiwan? Oh, ROC, Republic of China. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. I'm guessing this is, I can't even imagine what this would be off of a cruise line. But, you know, some vintage cruise memorabilia, I guess you could say, does sell. So I will set it aside. This is all plastic, and so I highly doubt it is worth much. But made in Taiwan leads me to believe that it is kind of like the 90s era. So, hey, I'll set it aside. You never know. All right, so we know that this is going in craft with the others. And then this is wood. So these are red wooden beads. All of the wooden beaded things that I have put in my booth have sold. So, and there's another one. There's 2 of them. So what I'll probably do, these are just so big. I really don't want to put them in a craft lot because they're going to take up so much room. But, you know, I do have a stash of other wood beads. So I'm going to put them with that. And then I'll kind of figure out what to do. I might just sell a whole lot on eBay of wood beaded necklaces. These are ginormous. Like, I don't even know where to put them aside. Okay. This is an acrylic beaded necklace with a clasp. No brand or anything, graduated beads, so that's gonna go in craft. I don't know what this is made out of. I don't think it's plastic, is it? It might be just wood, color wood discs. I don't know, that's pretty. I'll put that aside, look it up. Yeah, that could go either way. That might do well in my booth. That might do well online even. Here's another one that's similar, different color. Might be able to lot them up. Interesting. Okay. Oh, this is cool. This is another wood beaded necklace. It's got the, does that adjust? I think so. It's just kind of stretched all the way out, but you can pull these and it'll tighten. You can't see what I'm talking about. Those. But that's very cool. That's wood. It's kind of spiky and yeah, like goth looking, punk. Very cool. I'll put that aside with the other wood beaded. I think this is a rose gold necklace. Can't get it together. Story of my life. Okay. Still no. Did you see? I get one to go down and another one pops up. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. That's what it looks like. That's probably gonna go in craft. I don't know, that might sell in my booth. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in craft. I'm putting it in craft for now. I might change my mind. I reserve the right to change my mind. Excuse me. Gross. All right. We've got this necklace. This is pretty. It's like faux red pearls. And these like hammered metal beads. There's no brand on it, but I might go ahead and put that in my booth because you know why? It looks very holiday themed. Those red faux pearls look like Christmas ornaments. Oops. And hello, come back, thank you. Of course it's coming up. That might do well. I'm really trying to not say anymore and I just can't stop. You can't stop me. Okay. Here is another hammered metal necklace. So that will go in craft with the other one. Pretty. Got a lot of tangle situations. I'm trying to grab the bigger things that look like they might not be tangled. This is pretty. This pendant has like faux pearl, like faux seed pearls and rhinestones on a very long chain. It doesn't feel super duper high quality, so I'm gonna put that in craft. I wasn't ready for you yet. You stay there. Okay, these are, oof. These have seen better days. They are faux pearls that have lost their luster. So they're gonna go in craft. I don't know if there's a way to fix those or not, but I'm not crafty. This looks like it has age to it. It definitely has the vintage hook, you know, closure like this. And those are acrylic and they are dirty and they probably have some color loss, although I'm not seeing it. Because if they're just dirty, they'll go into, because because they're definitely vintage. They'll go into a jewelry jar that goes into my booth. But if I see any wear on them, then I'll... Yeah, I'm going to say jewelry jar for now. They seem to just be dirty. But if not, if they're damaged, then I will put them in craft. Oh, this is a shame. Missing a clasp. Missing half of its clasp. Has that one, but these are faux pearls, but they're... Yeah, they're glass. And they're really cute. So that'll go in craft. Maybe somebody can reclasp it. That's interesting. That's pretty. Pottery pendant necklace with a seal on it. Looks like it's signed. Can we see what that says? Let's see. CTCO? Okay. Well, I will definitely look into that. If it isn't something that's worth putting online, it will likely sell in my booth because it's pottery. And people like pottery. Okay, these are just a strand of small faux pearls. I think they're faux, let's see. Can't even, there we go. Yeah. And I think they're acrylic. Pretty. They'll go in, they are vintage, but since they're acrylic, I'll put them in craft. Go back to that. There's just a whole lot of, oh, this is pretty. Let's see. What are the odds we have all of the rhinestones and nothing's broken? So far, so good. Oh yeah, they're all here. They're all prong set, which definitely would be an indication of age. Let's see. The back looks good. I mean, a little bit of wear, of course. But that is very sort of flapper Art Deco looking. I don't think it's that old, but that's kind of the style. It's the clasp. Little rhinestone on the clasp. That's very pretty. So that'll definitely be going online. It may end up in a lot. I have other rhinestone jewelry that's like this, as vintage, prong set, clear rhinestones like this. I've been saving, so it might go with that. It might go by itself. We'll see. Hi, Future Caitlin here. So this one had me fooled. Online. It is paparazzi. I've changed my mind about these. Just, you know, do your due diligence when you find things like this that are confusing. Okay, bye. So that they don't take up an entire bag. It's just how I'm feeling today. Because I feel in my soul that I want to salvage as much as I can for online to make sure, you know, I make my money back and everything. But also at a certain point, you just gotta be able to call it. All right. So this, we've got too much going on. This is a glass pearl, faux pearl necklace. It's very super duper worn. It is old. The clasp is broken. Actually, no, the clasp isn't broken. The clasp is fine because it's a hook and it just goes like this. But you can see like that wear there, all of the coatings coming off. So that's going in craft. A couple more of those shell necklaces. Actually, I think those are bracelets, but that's okay. Those will go. and craft. Another one of these sea bead necklaces. See, this one's pretty. This one actually has like some, you know what I might do? I don't know, the braid seems super loose in this though, right? It doesn't look like it's supposed to be like that. Let's see. Maybe. I might put this in my booth and see how it does. If it sells, and I might go ahead and put the other ones in there too. I don't know if anybody, the problem is I don't wear jewelry. Or yeah, right. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I wear the same jewelry every day. I don't really switch out or anything. So I don't know like what other people wear. And I haven't had any of those necklaces in my booth to test it out. So we'll try it. It'll be a little experiment. There's just so many tangles. All right, I'm gonna try to avoid those, and then I'll get them untangled at the end and then come back on so that I don't waste your time. Oh my gosh. This wasn't tangled, and now it is. Yes, there's a fly. I don't know where it's coming from, why it's here, why it's still alive. I don't like it either. Literally, this was not tangled and now it is. Okay, here we go. Shoo. All right, so this is definitely vintage. I think, yeah, that's glass. These are glass beads. And the clasp has seen better days, so might need a new clasp. But it is functional and wearable, so trying to decide. Let's see. It's got a little, yeah, I don't like that. So that I was going to put it in a jewelry jar in my booth because it is wearable, but I mean, that's very close to the line, and I don't want to sell something as wearable and it not be. So we're gonna put that in craft. Okay, I have never seen this before. Are these like chunks of shell? That's very interesting. I might have to look that up and then decide, because that's, I mean, it is pretty. And I just haven't seen anything exactly like this before, so y'all are probably screaming at me telling me what it is and that it's nothing and relax, but there's two of them. But I'll set it aside and look it up. If not worth putting online, then maybe craft, maybe booth. Pretty enough for booth, definitely. Now this is interesting because these are acrylic beads. They are hand knotted around, or with the string around. I mean, time went into that for sure. And it's definitely vintage. I'm going to put that in a vintage jewelry jar. Breaking my acrylic rule for that one. Here's another one of the, you know, every single one of these, okay, I shouldn't say that. Now 3 of these also have broken clasps. So I don't know who makes them, but just not super good quality because they don't look nearly old enough to have a clasp not function properly. These are pretty. They're acrylic, but I like the contrast. There's definitely some wear on them. They are a little bit dirty as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those in craft. And then we have this necklace. That's pretty. It's faceted acrylic, so that's gonna go into craft. Is this magnetic? Yeah, magnetic. Oh, this is pretty. This is all metal beads. Oh, some acrylic, but mostly metal, it looks like. No, mostly acrylic and some metal. Either way, it's very pretty. That's gonna go in craft. I think I might be able to fill a 2-gallon bag with these. No home runs yet, but maybe. And maybe not, and that's okay. Sometimes we have these days. Okay, so this is an acrylic kind of made to look like jade, sort of, and rhinestone necklace. It's very pretty. I think I might put that in my booth because, I mean, it doesn't scream I'm acrylic. Let's just make sure the clasp works okay. Yeah. It doesn't look like there's any major spaces in those, so they're not going anywhere. I don't know, is that like a yellowish? Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'll put that in craft. Okay. If it had been like very super sparkly, shiny, clear and not yellow, then I would have put that in my booth for somebody to wear to like a holiday party or something. This is pretty. This is carved something, probably resin. And somebody tied a knot up here. Does that mean the clasp doesn't work, or is it just a... Yeah, so there's definitely some wear on the chain, but I'll put that in my booth. That definitely has a vintage vibe about it, even though it's probably a little bit more contemporary, but yeah, so we definitely have enough to make our money back between the booth items and the my brain just completely shut down. We're done. And the craft lot. So this is one of those magnetic wrap bracelets. So that's gonna go in craft. I did try to sell one of those in my booth one time and it just never moved, so. This is acrylic. Oh, I see. It's supposed to look like one of those ones that has like the rhinestones in there, but yeah, it's all acrylic, so that'll go in craft. Oh, this is very pretty. I don't care. I know that that's not a real stone, or if it's a real stone, it's definitely dyed to make it look prettier, but it's so pretty. These might be glass. They're definitely, it's definitely not acrylic, I know that. I think. Yeah. But anyway, that's very pretty. That will sell in my booth for sure. Faux show. Okay. That's pretty. That's giving a Christmas vibe as well with the... I'm going to literally flip out on this fly. So rude. Don't you know we're filming? Fly? I'll deal with you later. Okay. So this looks like, you know, has definitely some Christmas vibes. Like a wreath almost. So let's see. Is there a clasp on this? Yeah, make sure that that's functioning properly. Yeah, I'll put that in my booth for a few dollars. Somebody might like to wear that for a Christmas party. Oh, this is neat. This is like, ew, what is on it? Oh God. What is it? I don't like mystery, yuck. Why? Okay, well anyway, I'm not gonna touch where the gunk is, but I will clean it up. That's like a resin arrowhead. So that's kind of cool. I'll clean that up and then I'm gonna put it in craft so somebody can make a necklace out of it. Oh, here's another one of these vintage rhinestone necklaces. Let's see if we have all those stones. fly, get off of me. I swear I will ruin your life. Okay, so it looks like all the stones are there. There are definitely some that are a little bit discolored, turned a little smoky, you know what I mean? But the clasp works. So I will put that aside with the other one, which I put in here. So that'll probably go into the lot that I have of the, excuse me, vintage rhinestone jewelry. Okay, so this is just like a hammered metal pendant necklace on cord. So that'll go in craft. I don't like an unruly cord. I don't even know what that means. Okay, and then we have one of these different size triangle pendant necklaces. Does not feel high quality. So we'll put that with craft. Okay, I'm gonna pause really quick and get all the rest of these tangles out and I'll be back. Okay, that took a ridiculously long time to get untangled. But let's go through what we have. So we'll start with this one. I didn't really look at any of it, I just kind of untangled it and put it down. So that's pretty. It's got tassels, a knot, dolly, and it is White House Black Market. Nice. So that can go online probably. We'll see. If not, that will definitely go in the booth. Okay, let's see here. Looks like these are, yep, rice pearls. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. A gold tone chain. What does this say? Oops, sorry. Every. Okay, I'll look that up. I don't know that brand. We will put that in the online box. It's kind of pretty. This does not feel well made. Pretty, but you know, not well made. So that's gonna go in craft. This is very pretty and it looks old. It's hand knotted and it might be angel skin coral. I'm going to have to look into that. At first I thought it was acrylic, but when you hold it after holding something with acrylic, it doesn't feel the same. And it would be borderline insane. Sorry, my hands are really dirty after going through that knot. It would be borderline insane to hand knot acrylic beads this small. So I am going to look into that. That is very pretty. I didn't see that it had a clasp, and it's not a super long strand, so that's interesting. Okay. This says something. Can we read it? Let's see. I can't read it. Let me get my loop. Oh, I buried it. There it is. No way. It says does it say 14 karat? Yeah, it says 14 karat. Italy. Why doesn't that give gold vibes to me. All right, y'all, let's do it. I'll test it. Okay, ignore whatever that is. I can't even remember what I was testing there. All right, so we'll do the clasp. And then we'll do the chain. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna do this off the table so that it doesn't shake it. Yeah, I don't know. It's not scratching the way that I would want it to scratch, but maybe I don't know anything. Gross, sorry. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I had a tickle in my throat. Yeah, see, it looks like whatever I was scratching on here, which I think is brass. So let's see. Get my 14 karat testing. And do someone there. Can y'all see? And someone here. All right, well, what do I know? It's holding. Holding strong. We have 14 karat gold, y'all. Look at that. Now that is very lightweight. I would say half a gram. Just keeping an eye on this to make sure it's still, because you know, if something is gold plated enough, it can test for gold. See how some of that's coming up, but it's still staying enough to make me say that it's gold. The clasp was definitely gold. Might need to retest it. Hi y'all, me again. So I did retest this just to make absolutely sure, and it is definitely 14 karat gold. If I don't sound super excited here, it's because I'm just very skeptical, and I'm very careful, obviously, with selling gold. I want to make sure that if I'm selling somebody gold, that they're getting actual real gold. And it seemed a little bit too good to be true at the time, but it definitely was. So very awesome find. Sold comp is up here. Green. Now it's staying, right? This is a chunky gold tone necklace. Let's see, does it have a brand? Oh, right there. It feels nice, I'll say that. Or at least nicer than the other stuff I've been pulling out. What's that say? Chico's. Chico's, okay. Chico's can do okay. So that's gonna go in the online box, and then if it's not worth selling on its own, it'll go either in my booth individually or in a jar. This is throwing me off because it's hand knotted. These feel like they are probably some type of real stone, but then I think somebody just added this. This is just like an acrylic and just very, very thin metal, and I don't like it. I might take that off and just leave it as a string of beads. Would these be considered beggar beads? No, right? Because they're all round. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the pendant off and just sell or maybe even put in a jewelry jar the stone beads separate, because those are nice. This is not. I'm going to throw that in my online box for now because that'll guarantee me to look at it again and take that pendant off. All right. And we have this. This is like a very heavy, kind of egg-shaped metal pendant. So just, yep, schmutz. On a cord, adjustable cord. This is what the other one was supposed to do. So you can do like that. Tighten it like that. It's a very simple necklace. I don't know that it would really get much attention in my booth individually, and it's not old enough to go in a jar, so I'm going to put it in craft. Okay, we're down to our last two guys. This is Loft Outlet. It's pretty. It's a dainty chain with the like rhinestones. I'm gonna put that online because don't I have another Ann Taylor in there, and I can maybe lot those together, or I might put them in my booth. We'll see. And then this one I know what it is because my husband just stood here for about an hour trying to help me untangle it. It is Cookie Lee. Where's the tag? There it is. And it's very pretty. I know Cookie Lee resale value really isn't the best, but I think it's pretty enough to put in my booth for a couple bucks. I think somebody will like that, so that's where that will go. All right, well, thank you for sticking with me to the end. I know it was a long way to get to some gold. I'm lucky that this was trapped inside of I literally just put my arm in the acid. This is how I get jewelry acid on me, guys. I'm very careless. It was a long way to go to get to the gold, and I am very lucky that it was trapped inside of a massive tangle, because otherwise it wouldn't have been in there at all. So very cool. And if anything that I do end up listing on eBay, I will pop up on the screen for you. And again, if there's anything that you are interested in, feel free to reach out. There is a good chance that I still have it. If I didn't, if I didn't list it online, if I did list it online, it may still be in my stores, which are linked below. So I've obviously been talking too long because I can't form sentences anymore. So thank you again so much for sticking with me and watching. I do appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.